Day 3 of filming for 5 minutes a day. And if you're a freelancer, if you're a founder, if you're a solopreneur, or on your journey there, this is for you. So today I want to talk about why it is so hard to be any one of those things. And in particular, I think there are 3 different things that we need to be aware of stepping into this journey. The first thing that is hard, which might also be the most obvious, which is the external skills that's required. So as an employee of a company, what you're doing is to execute a small amount of product work or a small amount of any other work. But as you step into a solopreneur role or entrepreneur role in general, what you need to learn is much broader than what you previously have been used to. For example, this might mean that you are not only doing execution of certain product work, but also you're the one doing the sales and you're also the customer service. So those are all new skills that we need to pick up, which are things that we are not familiar with. And the second part might be less obvious, which is the inner work that's actually required on this journey. So going on the journey of entrepreneurship comes with a lot of uncertainty, like a lot. And because of that, we need to basically examine our relationship with everything, with ourselves, with money, and with other people. It surfaces all of those things up because you no longer have a fixed schedule where you can leave the house at 7 a.m., come back at 6, and then you don't need to think about anything else. You can just mindlessly rest or scroll. So yeah, when you lose that structure from your life, essentially, everything is breaking apart and you're like, oh wow, what's happening? That's really, really common, and it requires a lot of courage actually to go on that journey of inner work. It is the less obvious work that's required, but actually it probably is much more influential than the external skills, because the inner work relates to the third part, and that is the day-to-day mindset that you will have going on this journey. So if you're doing something that's entrepreneur, which means you want to start a company and not start a scam, that means that it will take time. It will take patience to build anything that's going to be worth the outcome, to build something that you're proud of, to build something that people will buy, to build something that you can sell. All of that will take time, and there is no shortcut unless you want to scam people's money and run away. And I think that just the fact that the timeline is extended longer, you don't see any results in the immediate term necessarily, and sometimes you do see it and then you don't see it for a long time. Just the fact that the ups and downs as part of the journey requires us to have a very different day-to-day mindset compared to being at work. And for example, this comes with showing up every day, even if you're not perfect. And that's easier to say than done. So those are the 3 things that I find to be really challenging when it comes to being an entrepreneur. 1 is external skills like sales, marketing, customer service, product. And then 2 is the inner work, which is relationship to yourself, to others, to money, all of that, to expectations, society. And 3rd one is your day-to-day mindset, which is how do you navigate a long journey that does not have a reward built, into every day. It does not have a monthly salary going to your bank account. How do you go through that? That's all from me today. Bye.